Hello, this is Alex. I'm here with Allie, Ryan, Chris, and Andy, and this is our presentation going over the possible merger of Comcast and Time Warner Cable. We are looking into the potential merger between Comcast Cable and Time Warner Cable. These two companies are of the largest cable companies in existence. Comcast is the largest company with over 50 million subscribers, while Time Warner Cable is the fourth largest with over 15 million subscribers. If they were to merge, they would control 30% of the cable services and 40% of the high-speed internet services in the US market. This merger would create a monopolistic company within the telecommunications field. This field already has a limited number of competitors, and the merger would harm consumers by further decreasing competition. If the merger were to take place, the harm to consumers would stem from the limited competition in the market for both cable and internet. The merger would decrease innovation in telecommunication companies. With less competition, the companies do not need to increase internet speed because they are not competing against many other firms. Less competition also means the consumer's overall utility will continue to decrease over time as innovation is set aside by existing firms. It will no longer be necessary for these firms to innovate to survive. The merger will also increase the barrier to entry for any new companies looking to start up. Barriers to entry benefit existing companies already operating in an industry by protecting well-established revenue and profit streams from being diverted away by new competitors. If this merger were approved, the newly merged company would own up to 40% of the internet services market within the United States. This much power can lead to price discrimination and price setting. Time Warner Cable and Comcast argue that there is enough existing competition in the market to ensure that this won't happen. Although, the New York Times states, at the end of 2012, according to the FCC, 64% of American homes had only 1 to 2 choices for internet service. In certain areas, Comcast could price set because there are most likely only 1 to 2 other companies competing for customers. There are also worries that a larger Comcast would have more power to refuse to carry channels that compete with programming owned by NBC Universal, which it also owns. This resembles cartel-like business practices, which may only get worse if they decide to team up with other companies in competing areas to continue price setting. This will lead to consumer detriment, as they will no longer be able to watch certain programming because of Comcast's possible refusal to allow the content to be aired. We recommend that this merger not be allowed to happen. It will decrease competition in the telecommunications market, which already has limited selection as is. The company wants power over more market share, even when it is already the largest holder within the market. This will lead to consumer harm through less innovation and give Comcast the ability to price set in certain areas. We also recommend that the FTC look into Comcast specifically to assess if it already has too much market power. The FTC needs to continue to monitor this market to prevent consumer harm due to its heavy concentration of competing firms. We need telecommunication firms to continually compete with each other to ensure consumer welfare and give consumers access to quality product at a low cost.